Hey everyone, are you guys starting to feel the squeeze of them high grocery bills? Maybe you want a little bit of help from the old gut punch on this crazy inflation. As many of you have seen and put comments down below, a lot of it is already at hyperinflation levels. Those grocery bills are getting expensive. Lots of YouTubers are live reporting massive increases on food prices and updates on food shortages as well. For example, I saw a report the other day that Walmart in the fourth quarter is planning on doubling their prices, and it will never be expected to come back down. Are you guys prepared for that? Do you have a plan for you and your family to better handle this situation? 5 tips to help you cut your grocery bill in half, coming right up. Welcome back to our amazing community. If you're brand new here, what we do is we give you up-to-date news tips that affect you. We also teach you about emergency preparedness. For example, maybe you run into a power outage and you need to have some source of heat. Now you've got a small heater running off a portable generator that can also be charged solely, because many are saying that we're going to be heading into a winter that's going to be pretty rough. I'll leave a link to this video at the end screen, also down in the description below. Be sure to hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date with tips like this. Let's jump into this one. Like I said, inflation's expected to get worse, and it's expected to put a lot of people in a very bad place, especially this winter where things are expected to double in price and more food shortages are expected. The impact is expected to be unbearable for many people, but for those of us that are learning tips like this, it will definitely lessen the strain. So let's get rolling. 5 tips to help you cut your grocery bill in half. Number 1 is make a meal plan. Oh, and before I forget, stick around to the end and I will give you the best budget snack out there. So when making a meal plan, remember, budgeting is easy to learn but hard to master. And sometimes we get lost. We lose sight of what we are doing and what we were doing there in the first place. So making a plan is super important. Have you ever had one of those trips where you go to the store for one item, you come out with 10, 15 items, and then you forgot the one that you went there for? Another good tip is to shop seasonal, because you'll find those things for a lot cheaper, and meal plan around sales. So be looking at those sales and find out what's in your pantry already and make meals around what you already have. Planning your meals from a shopping list can definitely help you reduce waste. With that, number 2 is make a list. A tip that smart shoppers use is making a list, a shopping list, a grocery list, and sticking to it. Don't go to the store and just free for all down the aisles. That's how you overspend. Take the extra time at home, plan out your meals, and make a list. Number 3 is start with nutrient-rich foods. Now these items can consist of meat, eggs, cheese, nuts. Then you want to go to your produce. And then lastly, find your canned goods. Don't always rely on the items that are name brands or directly at eye level. You want to look down low and up high. A lot of times off-brand items are cheaper and healthier, less preservatives and artificial ingredients. It's smart to keep your meals simple, less ingredients, use whole foods. Cut out the junk. Okay, you guys are doing great. You made a plan, you made a list, you're getting nutrient-rich foods. What's next? Number 4, count as you go. Many people's number 1 tip when they go to the grocery store is they pull out a calculator. It could be a real calculator or it could be the calculator on your cell phone. What you want to do is punch in your budget, whether it's $100, $200, and as you're picking out your stuff, putting it in the grocery cart, subtract the price of that item from your total budget. That way, when you get to the checkout, there's no guessing how much your bill will be. And remember, some of your items may have tax. So factor in tax and don't forget your grocery bag, because they're charging for bags these days. And another tip with that one, always look at the price per ounce for each item. I do this a lot. Remember, when you buy the bigger size, a lot of times the price per ounce, you save money. So sometimes getting that bigger box saves you money. So always compare the price per ounce. Another tip for number 4 is take inventory of what's in your food pantry or where you keep food. You don't want to be double buying the food that you already have. Number 5 is at the end. When you're ready to go to checkout, go through your cart, look over your cart, make sure there's nothing in there that you can part with, something that you just don't need. remove those items because you might have those in there, and that will also lower your bill. Always things in the carts you don't need. So now before I get to the fantastic bonus item, the budget snack, remember, inflation, hyperinflation is not expected to get any better. It will get worse. Things are going to get tough. So take notes on these 5 tips on how to cut your grocery bill in half. Apply them so you can save some money at the grocery store. Now this budget snack happens to be one of my favorites. You can dress it up all different kinds of ways. The best thing is it's pretty darn healthy. Popcorn is my #1 budget snack. And remember, little kids love making popcorn balls, so now it's a cheap and healthy snack and a fun family project. Remember, making things homemade usually saves you a ton of money, and you're eating healthier food too. Continue to be smart out there, keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.